There we are. We're live. I hope we are.
Yes, we are.
There we go. It's always these awkward moments in the beginning, huh? Hello, everybody. Oh, wait, there's nobody here. You're not even
I'm
there.
here. Yeah, I am.
You're not showing up on there.
I should be.
There's Barry. He said, "They guys."
So what?
Hi, Barry. How you doing? Oh,
Oh.
there we go. Now we're starting to get people.
Hey, Barry.
Still in Lake Havasu there, Barry? Sure gets Grady.
What?
I don't know.
You are Linda Awkward, Dad?
I'm what? You are Linda Awkward.
Hey, Jason and Amanda. Hey, Steve Moran. Barry says, good. Yes, sir. Kinda. Oh, she meant kinda.
Oh.
Awkward. Awkward.
Well, it's awkward. In the beginning when there's no one here and you're talking, it's awkward. I don't know why you've been getting that Grady thing in the background. See?
Mm-hmm.
We don't look too Grady. Let's see, maybe we could bring this down just a little bit, lower the light or something. Maybe that's better, huh? What do you think?
You kind of have an aura over your head.
You know,
Just like, oh.
yeah, I don't know why.
Because you almost died.
No, it's not my head. It's just up there. So let's see. So Cindy's here multiple times.
It's Dad's halo.
Yeah, no such thing.
Barry says, how you doing?
I'm doing better. Doing better.
Jason and Amanda are in Fort White, heading north. All right.
Where's Fort White?
I'm not sure.
Where's Fight?
What state is that, you guys? Barry said, good.
Barry said, good. Oh, there. Yeah, it's
thanks for the thumbs ups, y'all.
Still good to be able. I still got a long way to go, but the big surprise tonight is we're home. We're in Arkansas on our property.
Oh yeah,
we
2 days before we thought we'd be here.
Yeah, we actually made it to Mina.
Okay, guys, Florida.
Oh, okay.
But they're heading north. Woohoo!
Yay. Anyway, we made it to the Walmart in Mina last night. That was a little interesting, huh? Yeah. It was great all night long. Heard like someone digging a grave or something for a while. And I kept looking outside and couldn't see anything. And then this morning, there's like a, I don't know what that place, whether it's a motel or what it is, but
I don't know either. It's an old motel.
Yeah, and there was some crazy lady out there, and I was walking cage, and she was yelling at me and screaming, and she turned around, started to walk away, and then she turned around, came back, and started screaming at me some more. I just walked back, went back into the motorhome. So didn't want confrontations, especially with a gippy foot. Yeah, yeah, out of crazy. But yeah, we made it. Words of advice: stay off the 40 until you get whatever you have to do. But once you get about the middle of New Mexico, from there on, it's pretty nice. Texas is wonderful. Oklahoma, a couple of, but Oklahoma's doing a lot of construction, a lot of highway construction.
They're working on it.
And that's the reason why it's a little bit shaky in a few spots. But it's short because they're building new bridges and they're doing stuff like that. There's some spots are a little longer because they're just repaving the whole one side of the freeway. But yeah, it's I don't mind. I don't mind the inconvenience and a little couple of bumps here, but man, and
hi, Brad and Diana.
Who? Oh, all right, Brad. Hi, guys. Yeah. Anyway, so we're here. Feels good to be here. We did some shopping this morning. We got the motorhome all set up. All the covers are back on, everything, and
We just so happened to roll in on Taco Tuesday, so
yeah,
we visited our favorite Mexican food restaurant.
twice today. So yeah,
You
that
can't beat $1 per taco.
yeah, it was dinner was $3, and I gave them a 5. Told them to keep the dollar. What a big spender. But they love us over there. They were all excited to see us. So and it's been, you can probably tell I'm all stuffed up because it was so smoky here.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and
all of a sudden.
well, it was the one lady that works at the Mexican restaurant. She said that they were doing a burn on their property and it got really big. So anyway, we got to do. We still have that one pile here that we tried to burn 2 or 3 times. And
It was too wet, too new.
yeah, we're gonna try it again. I need to go get some diesel fuel to spray on it.
Anyway, we made the trip back, and Bill took adequate breaks, drank adequate water, and
It was a little scary last night.
We didn't do too much up until yesterday because he wanted to do the push and get here, but he still took his breaks.
Yeah, well, most of it, coming across the 40, most of it's just like sitting there. It's like sitting here, except you're playing with the steering wheel. And motorhome ran excellent. We purchased a new tow bar, which if anyone's interested in this, I got a completely different kind. I mean, what it is, I got different, and man, it really changed. There's Linda Joner here. Howdy. Um, Shrimp tacos. I think they have shrimp tacos down there. I never looked, but I think they do. They're not the same as the ones we had in Mexico. Brad and Diana went with us to Mexico, and I forced them to eat shrimp tacos. Hopefully, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, going to have to let us know where it is. Well, the Mexican restaurant is at the end of the street. I mean, we go down the street, make a right hand turn. There's the post office. There's the Mexican restaurant. Then you go up, make a left. There's the breakfast place, and we have everything here in this one little area. It's a gas station. We got propane today. I mean, we're able to get everything. It's
Fuel.
quite convenient, and people were really. Most of them didn't know what happened to us, and they were just really excited to see us because, we just kind of. I waited to get here to buy stuff because I want to support my area here, and man, diesel fuel here was. Well, I paid like $3.39 a gallon for it after paying over $4 for it on the way here. It was crazy. I don't know.
So let me just say, on behalf of both of us, there are some of you out there that have been super concerned about how Bill was doing, and we just really want to say thank you so much to those of you that have really gone the extra mile and reached out and said, hey, how's he doing? Please keep us posted. We appreciate that you guys did that. It meant a lot to me specifically.
To me, a lot. I was.
Yeah, but I was the one out there all by myself. When this happened, it happened in Texas. And I'm really thankful that he was able to drive further. I had no idea what it was, and neither did he. But if we had been stuck where it happened, he probably would have died. He probably would have died.
Yeah, because we knew nothing there.
There was nothing there. It was just the middle of nowhere, Texas, literally for miles and miles. And then when we got to Quartzsite, and I was trying to find someone to take care of him, that was hard. But my brother was an hour and a half away. Yeah. He's the one that suggested go to the ER, which is what we did after we'd been to urgent care. And the guy goes, you might want to get a sonogram.
Yeah.
Okay. But every time I tried to get somebody to give him a sonogram, they wanted to tell him what gender it was. That was the only thing they wanted to do, because that's where the money is. Tell them, telling people, if they're having a boy or a girl, those kinds of sonograms. We didn't need that.
Yeah, that's not what we need.
So,
Well, and what was great is Darla was calling and calling and calling, getting, yeah, well, they're not in business anymore, and this place won't see you for 5 days, and this
yeah,
place won't see you for 6 days. And she called the hospital. Her
at
brother
my
said,
brother's suggestion.
hey, call the ER. They have a deal there. So she called, and
They
they
said, sure, we can
come
get you
on
on
in.
in.
And so that's what got the ball rolling.
That's
Um,
Parker.
yeah,
That was
and then
Parker, Arizona. Super
and
people there.
yeah, and then ever since I got out of the hospital, all we've been doing is going to doctor's appointments. It's great
Yeah.
every other day. But finally, on Thursday at 4:15, the doctor released me. So we waited an extra day because we had that truck
Convoy.
route. The convoy had
Yeah.
gone by, and I didn't really want to get in that. I almost thought we were going to catch them, but they went more north, and we just stayed on the 40. So it would have been fun. I have a bunch of air horns. I would have been loud and irritating too. But
Would have been
anyway,
too much excitement for me.
yeah,
I'm done with excitement for 2022.
yeah, and
I admire their stance, but anyway.
yeah. So we survived. Anyway,
Hey,
any,
hey, Lynn and Joan, how are you guys? Diana says shrimp tacos.
but yeah, they do.
Jason and Amanda, we will we'll definitely let you know about the taco sitch when you get here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, shrimp tacos. I don't think she had shrimp tacos. Did she have fish?
No, she had shrimp.
Yeah.
Diana.
She doesn't remember.
Yeah, us three had shrimp
I had a
tacos.
quesadilla. I wasn't feeling it
Yeah, so like I said, tonight she had a chicken taco, and I had two ground beef tacos, and it was
tonight. Yeah.
$3 and some change. So that
Lynn and Joan are in Magnolia Beach, Texas.
wow,
Yay, guys!
people are moving around.
Making tracks. Love it.
Yay. Um, one thing I did realize is that I really appreciate the fact that our place over here you can get a really good breakfast for about I think it's like $7.50. My brother, well, her and I went out, had breakfast, and I went back and told my brother-in-law. I said, "Yeah, it was $45 for breakfast," and Darla couldn't even eat hers. And then he's like, "What?" So then we went to another place. Oh, it's a really good place. So we went there, and it was good. It was really good,
I didn't.
but it was $45 too. And he just when he saw the bill, he goes, "That's unbelievable for
Yeah.
breakfast."
Yeah.
I mean, how much a couple eggs and a little ham cost?
And on my thank you uh, visit here, I really want to say thank you to my brother and his wife because
Yeah,
they've been extremely gracious to us.
yeah. They
And we even left friends still.
yeah, they never want us to leave. I think it's only because he loves playing with the
That's
dog.
right.
He loves
His nephew.
Cage, and I mean,
He calls him his nephew.
yeah, he's just he loves Cage. Yeah, Cage is pretty awesome. He's a pretty awesome boy.
Rise above. Hi, welcome from Temecula.
Oh,
So
okay.
glad you're feeling okay.
Yeah,
Jason, Amanda, I normally make our own breakfast.
yeah. Well, we do too. I'll tell you what, we we went to Smith Foods, and
Mm-hmm.
they have this sourdough that's just
It's like real sourdough starter. It's not the cultured stuff, that so many companies try to fake you out and say, "Oh no, this is real sourdough." It's real sourdough, and it tastes sour, and it's yummy.
yeah. We went to
Which
a
is like Kroger's,
bakery.
if you know Kroger's. Smiths and
Yeah,
Kroger's are the same.
we went to a bakery there, and they had a thing um, on the
Facebook.
internet
Yeah.
or but they show this really awesome looking loaf of sourdough bread. So we go there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, well this is what we
I showed
have."
him the picture.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, I can make that for you." He goes, "We don't make that all the time, but I'll make a couple of loaves for you." So we bought two of the ones that he showed me, and when you go into Denny's, you go in these restaurants and you order sourdough bread,
That's what you get.
it's
It's like,
what you get. And so he made these they looked
they
really,
look
really good,
beautiful.
but they didn't taste like this other stuff did. And they looked cool. You know what
They
I
looked
mean? It's
great.
good, really
And they
good
were
looking.
heavy and they were dense. But when you cut into it, there was no sourdough smell. There was no sourdough taste.
When
We
you get
we
the
were
real
sad.
sourdough, it's amazing,
Yeah.
and
And it's
that's,
best for diabetics.
yeah,
That's why we're so gotta have it. If he's gonna eat bread, that's what he needs.
yeah. Then, of course, when I went to my regular doctor, because of everything that we've been through, my sugar was just out of control. So, but he's so
Um,
good. He's the best.
Jason and Amanda said, "What mimosas are that expensive?
What?
What mimosas are that
Yeah,
expensive? No mimosas involved."
yeah.
Barry says, "So what now, Bill?"
Barry, what? Oh, what now, Bill? Well, we hang out here for a while, do a little rehabilitation. I've got a few. There's a squeak on Darla's side of the windshield post, and there's a rattle on my side of the windshield post. When we left here and went to Arizona, the kitchen counter was squeaking. I got that fixed, and now we can, and when you're driving around in a house, you get squeaks and
Especially
rattle.
on the 40
It drives me freaking crazy
coming out
going.
of Arizona
Yeah.
or
Well,
California.
I think it probably did. It broke. I think that's what broke my pressure gauge on my
Could
water.
be.
So I got to get a new one of those. But
Lots of little lists of things to fix. Nothing major, thank
yeah,
God.
yeah. I
Don't
mean,
want major.
as far as running, driving, steering, all that kind of stuff, and this thing was sweet. It was
We didn't
sweet.
have any problems.
It runs so
I
good.
so I will say, and Bill isn't 100% sure, but we do think somebody was messing with that hitch, the new one.
Yeah, I heard
We
some
think
girl outside. She was laughing.
we think they popped the lock on it. The little lever that you push
Yeah.
down to release, because it was tracking perfectly for 2 days, and then all of a sudden, when we got up
Well, I
that
was
next
able to
day,
yeah, I was like,
it had play in it.
it, like I'd be going like this with the motorhome, and I go kind of sway over, and the truck would go like this, and then come back. So
But that's the risk you take when you're staying at different Walmarts.
you
You
know,
really
it's just like
never
with a
know.
fifth wheel. There's been a lot of people that have been parked, and people go over and pull the pin,
Just
and
because
when they get ready to take off, the trailer comes off and lands
smashes your bed.
on the bed, and I don't know why people do that, but you know, I don't know. People do the craziest things.
No road tax in Arizona, Barry says.
Yeah,
It shows.
yeah,
that was
yeah.
horrible.
The Ted wasn't nearly.
Just the two of us.
Yeah,
Hi, guys. Good to see you. You're both looking good. We survived.
yeah.
Jason and Amanda, we have whistles from the air horns. It drives Amanda nuts.
Melissa's for the. Oh, okay. We need more air horns, and then you can't. I have six, so I got four trained, the two on the roof. So when I hit the horns, she always goes, "You need to warn me when you're going to do that." And the dog freaks out everybody. And I had one guy one day. We were trying to make a left hand turn, and this guy's got this really I'm cool, and he's just cruising, he's just floating, he was in the crosswalk, but he's floating across the street, and I gotta go. So I just burped the horn. And I'll tell you what, that guy found out something.
He had wings.
He knew how to fly, because I don't think he took another step, and he was on the other side of the sidewalk. Man, was all he could do to get over there. So, and I hate to do that to people, but man, sometimes he didn't have a broken leg or anything. He wasn't walking three dogs.
He
He
just
was
had a
just
serious case of cool.
he was just, and this was in really where, no,
Oh,
yeah,
I was in Vegas.
what, no, it was in Colorado. I thought, I
No,
don't
I
know.
was in Vegas.
Anyway, we've been so many places. I don't know where we've been anymore. Yeah. And the thing the thing is right now is it's so hard to travel because it's so expensive. The fuel is just. I look for every. I
Yeah.
told her
We
the
normally hit
yeah.
Flying J's. We didn't go to not one Flying J.
No, because everything was like four
Five,
fifty
yeah.
nine and four. Sometimes you see it for 415, and we get a little bit of a break on it. But I was looking for those. We were paying 359,
Mm-hmm.
but you got the thing is you got to look for these little tiny. And thing is, they're hard to get into with this thing, and it's
But it was
just
worth it.
we. There was this thing, and they had these signs, and it was Hutch's, and it was in Texas. Huh? It
No, it was in Oklahoma.
was it Oklahoma?
Yeah.
It
But
was.
anyway,
What was the name of the town? I told you the name of the town. I had
Big Elk.
Elk City or something
Elk.
like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And also we have this passion uh, for this restaurant that has Darla's favorite food group, which is ice cream with hot fudge and that. Anyway, so we're looking for Hutch's, and I, I said, "Oh, we were supposed to get off here." She said, "Oh, it's the next one." So we go by and I go, no, it was right there. So we go down to the next one. Well, we get off and we're coming back around. Well, there's another one. And so there's two, but it was real small. And the other one was like really big. It was like a truck stop. So all of a sudden I see a Shell station. I'm like 359 a gallon. So I'm thinking, well, I could get in there. So I get in there at about 2 or 3 feet of the trucks hanging out in the road. But I parked, man, and I filled the tank. And then we came out of there. We got down the street a little ways, and there's a Brahms ice cream and restaurant. And I said, "Well, we're going to go there." And the parking lot was great, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Went around
Really
like at
good.
the outside, came in, went around the outside of the drive-through, and there was actually like motorhome or big truck parking next to the drive-through. So we went in and had lunch, and Darla had ice cream. And
I
I,
asked for a small sundae, hot fudge sundae, and they gave me 3 scoops, and it was still only $3.29.
yeah, Brahms. If you ever go, if you're ever through Texas,
Parts of Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
yeah.
um,
Some in
Art,
Missouri, I think too.
yeah, and you see
Anyway,
a Brahms, it's like got an ice cream cone. Man, their ice cream is
they
really, really
raise their own
good.
cattle and they have
Yeah,
their own dairy production and
yeah.
milk and ice cream.
You walk into the restaurant, they actually have a store in there, and they sell milk and steaks, and they
Their
sell
own
all kinds of
beef.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're really a really high quality place. A lot of
See you later, Barry. Thank you for
bye,
tuning in.
bye, Barry. Um, yeah, it's
Holy cow, Jason.
yeah, it's a quality place. Food's really good. Um, yeah, we enjoy it. And another place around here that's really good, we almost went to, is Chicken Express.
Yeah.
They make these great. Their chicken breasts are, I don't know, they're almost like turkey breasts, but they're chicken,
They're
but they're
probably pumped
big.
full of GMOs and
Yeah, but boy,
saline
they're
and
tasty. They're tasty gumos or whatever they are. Yeah, they're good.
GMOs. Yeah.
But anyway, is
Anybody
any
have any
is
questions?
anybody interested in my new hitch, my new tow bar? Because it's different. It's set up more like you would have. See, I'm going to tell them anyway. It's set up more like you would tow a Jeep. So it's got a ball hitch instead of where it plugs into the receiver on the motorhome. Now, the good thing is the truck just seems to glide back there really nice. The bad thing is when you go to unhook the truck, you've got this hitch and you unhook it from the motorhome instead where you normally would take it, put it up, flip it over to the side. This thing is on the front of the truck. Well, it's designed to unhook on one side and turn sideways and mount up on the front of the truck so you don't have to take it off. You could use it like that until you get somewhere where you want to take it off, which we did. But the thing is, my base plate, the normal base plate for that hitch is 28 inches, and mine's only 20. So I we went looking for. I'm gonna make a piece of steel. I'm gonna take a piece of steel and mount it up on there so I can put this bracket and have this thing. I gotta cut it off this one and weld it on, and then when you unhook, you flip it over and latch it. Then you put the pin through it, and it just sits there on the front of the truck. So, but it sure tows nice. Definitely tows nice.
Jason humored you and say, "What's up with your new tow bar?"
Yeah, it's a blue ox, and it was on Amazon for like 400 and what was it, 485 or something. And they're normally seven something, so it was 25% off or 24% off. So I bought it, and I think it. I've been looking at them for years because that Roadmaster hitch that I bought, and that thing, it just my tires are burnt. I don't know whether something is weird between the base plate on my truck, the receiver hitch, or what it is. I got up underneath the truck and I looked, and everything is where it's supposed to be. There's little deals that it's got to rest on. It's resting on that. I was thinking maybe that thing was crooked, but I'm the one who put it on.
There's supposed to be 28 inches between each pin.
Between the things that lock in, yeah.
And there's only 20 inches, but that's the base plate that they sold us. So.
Yeah, that's the way it comes. So,
and that's what mounted to the truck. I know.
But
we are going to be in Arkansas. Sorry, Len and Joan. We're going to be here at least till mid-May.
Yeah.
At which point we're supposed to go do fireworks in Kentucky. We'll see how this guy's leg continues to progress.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a slow torture.
Too many. Len and Joan, we have a Blue Ox and love it.
Yeah.
Jason says too much money. And we don't do Amazon. It's probably better.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been really trying not to use Amazon, and we've actually been trying not to do Walmart, which we did today, but we've been more doing regular smaller stores, and I think we're starting to think that way because it's all this craziness going on in the world has a lot to do with supporting these people that don't like us, and I mean that seems to be a big problem. So we always liked going to Walmart's and supporting them because they would, they always, well, most of them have open arms for you, and hey, yeah, park over here. The place that we went to, not last night, but the Walmart we went to before, which was in Amarillo, they had like those metal deals where you couldn't get underneath them. And of course, there's some people, you could get in there. You just have to go
in the other way
through the Whataburger. And we went that way, and there was like a big drop off, and I had to go. I was stuck. So we drove through that, and then we come around, and they cut the poles off. So we didn't have to do it, but we did it. So
some city ordinances make them do that to keep the truckers and the RVers from camping overnight in their parking lot. It's a city ordinance, not a Walmart ordinance. A lot of times. Joan and Lynn said they may swing by on their way back to Wisconsin.
Sure. Yep. Just let us know you're coming. We do have a few different people coming throughout the season, but we just need to know when you're coming. So, because we have one extra spot. What is that?
Sounds like a duck. I don't know.
Anyway, actually, the first night when we took off, we drove during the day, and after that beating road and everything, I told her, I said, we need to shut down early. So we found a Walmart.
We stopped at like
Well, no, we
5,
stayed at the Twin Arrows.
5 or 5:30. What time was it?
Yeah, I think, yeah, if that late. But there's Twin Arrows right before you get
Casino.
to Winslow, Arizona. It's a casino. It's a little ways off the road, but they have a big area where RVs can park.
Away from all the semis. It's
Away,
really
away from all the
quiet.
semis, pretty much away from the casino. It's
Yeah.
not real super level, but when they had the parking lot, we level up. So we dropped our levelers and it had a good sleep. But I woke up about we went to bed early, and I woke up about 11 o'clock, 10:30 or 11 o'clock, and I told her, I said, I think I'm going to drive for a while. So I made a pot of coffee and threw on my clothes and got in the driver's seat and took off. And it was just
I stayed in
me.
bed.
Yeah, she stayed in bed. And it was just me and a few truckers out on the road. And it was great because I mean, everywhere, every rest area, every off on ramp, were just full of trucks. There were trucks. Everybody was parked. And the road was wide open. I mean, every once in a while, here come a truck just screaming and just go past me. But it was nice, and I drove until about 3:30 in the morning. We got to Sky City
Mm-hmm.
Casino, about 40 miles before
In Texas.
Albuquerque.
Oh, New Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, before Albuquerque. And we've stayed there. We used to stay there years ago, and we always parked underneath the sign. Well, now there's a big sign that says semis only. And so we went to the RV, and it was just trucks were all in there too, and RVs. And I saw this little like dirt trail road, and I turned down it. I thought, well, I'll just go around the. I get back there, and it's like where the maintenance thing is, and there was no problem parking. Huh? We had a
And
great
quiet,
spot. It was
quiet,
really quiet. No
park.
trucks running, no nothing. So we went, and then we slept a long. I slept a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and we got up probably about 10 o'clock. So, and that put us way ahead. That's how we got the mileage, and then we just after that we just kind of would shut down early, go to bed early, get up early, and hit the road. So,
John and Lynn said, we'll let you know for sure. And Jason says, we have mini dog cookies.
oh, for me, yeah, KG, he loves to be back to it. He's stupid goofball. First thing he did though, he went down into the road. There's
no fence.
yeah, where we
No
like him to go
perimeter.
potty. He has a potty spot. So all we got to do, we open the door and I watch out the window. When it looks like he's just lollygagging around, I call him,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes over, comes back in because he knows he's going to get a treat. But
when we first got here, he was so excited.
Yeah, there's like a little drop off to the street out there.
It's
And
a
he
good 12 feet.
and the neighbor came over and was talking to us. Both neighbors came over, but the one guy over here, we were talking, and I looked over and I seen him go gone. And I told her he just went into the street. She went over there. What was he just in the?
Oh yeah, he's just sniffing something in the gutter.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, "Well, I hear Mom's calling me, but I can't see her, so
Yeah. So I'm not coming back.
yeah, I'm just gonna stay and do what I want to do until I see her, and then I'll book it back up." And that's exactly what he did.
And then he ran into the field behind us.
Yeah, which is barbed wire.
Where there's barbed wire, and he just doesn't even slow down. He goes through that under that barbed wire, and so.
But we don't want him over there either. We want him to know his boundaries.
Yeah. But anyway, main thing tonight was we just wanted to kind of catch up with you guys a little bit. Um, we're definitely gonna be doing the Monday night thing again, and we're gonna be shooting. We're gonna do some video shooting. I don't know what they'll be about, but try to do something. I guess we could have stopped at Winslow, Arizona, and did that. And could have stopped at the meteor.
Such a fine sight to see. Yeah, that was it. Everybody's done all that.
It's like I want to go. I'd like to go see it and stuff, but I wouldn't film it. The reason is because every single RVer has gone to Winslow, Arizona. The little Twin Arrow where it's all the old Twin Arrow where it was just a little trading post is all destroyed and everything. Everybody's Adam the Woo. Everybody's been through that place. It just
Match Fanatic.
you know, our channel's different. We talk about stuff that doesn't mean anything or matter. So you guys just enjoy, I guess, our dumb stuff we do, but we're just living our life, and this is what you do when you're full time RVing. And it's I'll do an honest moment here. Um, it was pretty scary with this leg because my foot was dead. It was ice cold. It was changing colors. Um, I was really starting to sweat it. I thought maybe it was going to come off. And if it came off, it was going to make it impossible to get in and out of this RV and to do the things that we pretty much need to do. So I had a big reality check. And what came to me is you know what, I got to get this handled because I enjoy this lifestyle. I'd love to do it into my 70s and maybe beyond. I don't know. As long as I can keep this whole, I don't want to buy a new motorhome. So as long as I can keep this, I may have to do an in-frame overhaul on the engine and stuff. But it's that's not the end of the world. It'd be pretty easy to do on this. The hard part would be getting the head out of here. But yeah, and I got a brother-in-law who's a diesel mechanic. Probably help me. So he's pretty good at doing this. Between both of them, we're both kind of gippy. He has a leg problem too. So
well, among other things, he's a busted up guy.
yeah, we one thing that would have been fun would have been filming Cage on the boat and Lake
I got some of that clip. I do.
Yeah, he
Put something in there.
my brother-in-law he beaches the pontoon boat and Cage takes off and he's running up and down
the it hit the sand, he knows he can go.
And then he's in the water, and I mean he's really he's a really cool dog. He is. I mean, we just have gotten to the point where I'd love him too much. I think I'd be gonna be just destroyed if anything happens to him. So
that's why we don't like when he runs down into the street.
Yeah, he just. But I don't like him being on a leash all the time. I mean, here every dog in this neighborhood
runs free.
They don't. There's no leashes around here. And the dogs all get along. I mean, he got yappered at one day. went over to the neighbor's house and decided
Here's the funny thing, though. Yeah. The neighbor doesn't have a dog.
Yeah.
They just all hang out at her house because she has a big old soft heart. And
she feeds them.
Yes.
So I think he went over and got into their food, and they said, "Hey, this is our deal here, man. You got the smorgasbord over there. Go back over there." So.
Jason says, "Crazy drivers on the back roads in Florida." And Arnold Mendoza, always a pleasure to see you guys from Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Arnold. Good to have you.
Jacksonville, Florida. That's one place in Florida we have. Well, we haven't been to a lot of places in Florida. I really would like to check out St. Augustine. And we have been. What? Doug.
No. Lynn and Joan, we almost lost one of our pups on the way here. Worst day of my life. I can just imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dougie. That makes my stomach flip.
We did
76 degrees here.
We did work it.
It's nice and dark here.
Yeah, it's 67 here. 67 degrees.
It was a beautiful day. It really was.
24% humidity, which is like really dry for here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been all the way we did the Florida Keys. We had a job there at mile marker 14.5 from the tip. But
you go down to the tip and you're 90 miles away from Cuba.
It's
by water.
It's a nice place to visit.
I'm glad we saw it.
But
I did not want to work there for 2 years.
Yeah, they tried to lock us into a 2-year contract.
They lied to us.
And we that place, man, that's a barbecue there.
Our stomachs flipped, but we found him.
Oh yeah.
Oy.
You got to be, I know you guys are just getting rolling here, and you got to be really careful with your dogs. I mean, when we're anywhere that we don't, he doesn't know what he's supposed to do, and we don't know what's out there or whatever. He's always on a leash, and
82 in Quartzsite today, Diana says.
yeah, wow,
That's a pretty warm day.
yeah, it was pretty cool there all the time we were there.
About time.
When he's at Uncle Kevin's house, he knows he can run around there and in the garage, but he still pushes the boundaries a little bit. Same way with here, you know. We
It's like any 3-year-old.
we let him run, but we keep an eyeball on him. He's getting better all the time. Our last dog, Mac, he was the type of dog you take him out. This is where you go potty, and you open the door, and you go out there, and that's right where he's going to go. Right? He was just very.
He was kind of a sickly dog.
Yeah.
Not kind of. He was a sickly dog, so he didn't have a lot of pep in him to like be racing around the way this guy does, making crazy eights and.
He had no idea what a ball was. You throw a ball, you're gonna have to go get it.
Because he'd look at you like, "Now what are you gonna do?
What was that? Why did you throw that?"
A perfectly good ball.
And all the other dogs would be, I mean, if there were like 3 or 4 dogs, they would all run, and he would run with them because they're running. And as soon as they get the ball and stop, he was like, "What happened here?"
What I missed?
He never got the ball thing. This guy, we play ball with him in here and.
Shorts and tanks here today. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
It's time for winter to leave. There's stuff popping around here already. It's starting to green up a little bit. This is one of my favorite times of year.
Yeah, this is all of a sudden one day you walk outside and it's like, hey, we got these 2 maple trees, so they're going to be like the big
shade.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Shady oasis.
So,
did you get some red? We did, Dougie. Yep, we did.
Red.
What? And propane.
Oh yeah, yeah, we did. So.
For our lawnmower, our tractor.
Yeah.
Yes.
For our generator. Yeah. Yeah, it's but they're saying there's a possibility, but they were saying for sure there was this big thing coming in. It was going to be really bad. And that's why we left what we did, because we actually had snow coming through Oklahoma on the side of 40.
A lot of it.
And I haven't seen any around here, but when I came on, the way I have to come on to park in the spot that I'm in, I have to come in on the grass. The other way, you come up the driveway and you're pretty good.
Was below 0 and snowing when we left Wisconsin on 2/10. Lynn and Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And leaving was your best thing you could have done.
Well, and you know what? We have people, I think some of the people are on here. I think Diane and Brad, they had to wait. And Trey, I don't know where Trey's not on here tonight, but they had to wait until the temperatures got good enough where they could like put some water in their tanks to leave, and then they had to get down to a certain point where it's not too cold. And we had a couple of pretty cold nights coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was definitely freezing, but the thing is the big heater on this heats the bottom, heats all the tanks and all that. So, but I got a problem with that. I got to fix that. For some reason, when the voltage gets below like 12.5, which I have the 2 gauges here, so I know what all the batteries are doing. When it gets below 12.5, it doesn't kick the igniter. I'll have to try it a couple of times and it will finally do it. But the first time it seems to always fire because the batteries are pretty strong. But when that heater's running, man, it just sucks up the electricity. So I think I either have a loose connection or the igniter's going bad. So it's always something. If you have one of these things, I have people get oh man, I got this and that. I go, you got to get used to it. You got to know. Yeah, I can't. I have like the little poncho, the pouch thing up here in the front. We have like
Have
a
quick
yeah.
tools.
I have tools for doing certain things, and screwdrivers and wire cutters and a couple of wrenches and stuff like that for little things because they're like these things are
Pliers.
like Harleys too. You drive down the road, they'll shake screws loose and
Chasing 70s from now on.
yeah.
Good for you, girls. Good for you. Um, no thank you, constantly chasing 70s. Yeah. Rise above. This is a very, very fair question. Do you think the blood clots were vax related?
No,
Why do you think they weren't vax related?
because you have to have the vax,
And he didn't. So
and I still
that is a fair question.
the thing was the reason why I got them is because I sat in the driver's seat sometimes. One time I sat in the driver's seat. This was
After it happened.
I drove from Tucson to Quartzsite straight through, and that was what about 6.5 hours.
We didn't know that was the cause of it.
Well, we thought I had a Charlie horse in my
Yeah.
leg. You know, it's like I'd wake up in the middle of the night in bed and go, ooh, oh, oh, and I got to get up and walk it off. You know,
Which
that's what it felt like.
A lot
What?
of people do.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's what it felt like. It just felt like yeah, I was walking.
the dog.
The dog would have happened,
But
and
I
it
think you had been sitting for like 3 hours at the point when you.
was the second day. We left the
Yeah.
New Year's morning
Yeah.
from Little Rock, and it was raining, and it was like 65 degrees and raining like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we went, our first night, we were in Abilene. It was like 10 degrees, freezing, freaking cold. And for some reason, I fixed it, but I had a problem. I wasn't getting heat. We were getting heat up here in the front, and I figured it out. I got it working again. So but it was after this happened. The next day it was the next day, early afternoon, like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I took him maybe I don't know, maybe 30, 40 feet away from the motorhome. And he went pee, and then he was just playing around. I go, okay, come on. And I had him on a leash, and as soon as I turned around, it started to walk and went bam.
And it knotted up his calf real big
And then
in one spot.
she was massaging
I
on it.
always massage out the Charlie
Yeah.
horses. That's what you do.
And come to find out, that
That
could have
was
killed
really
me.
bad. Really bad.
So
But we didn't know what it was.
we told the
know?
doctor, he's going, oh,
Oh,
you're so
Just-
lucky you're alive, man.
yeah.
You
It's like,
just
that's the worst thing you could have done.
you are got somebody looking out for you because you should be dead. And that's when I was getting ready. That's why they flew me out. I said, well, we could just go in the truck. Oh no, you'll be dead by the time you get there. That's
They
all I
wanted
kept
him
hearing.
on a constant drip of blood thinner, which they did do for 24 hours before they did surgery.
They took me down, scanned me again, and then so here we go. Boy, that was the worst thing. That they anesthesiaed me, but I felt everything. I heard it. They said, "Oh, you're not going to feel nothing. You won't hear.
You won't remember anything.
You won't understand anything everybody's saying or anything." Yeah.
He conversated with them the entire procedure.
Yeah, I was the doctor finally opened up the barrier, the protective barrier, and he says, "Look, if you don't lay still, you're going to die on this table." He goes, I got everything going here. You just got to lay still." And man, with of course, I'm on heavy anesthesia, and I'm laying there, and I'm like, okay, I got to just put myself in a happy place and just let this. It felt like he had taken my leg and just set it on a barbecue. It just felt like it was freaking on fire. And then they did the catheter thing, and I was not ready for that. I guarantee you, I was screaming at him, "Get that out of me!" And finally, I just said, "You just got to lay still." So anyway,
so the one thing about Bill and I both, and our kids, we process anesthesia real quick, real quick. I don't care if it's Novocaine or I don't care what they use on us. We come out of anesthesia real quick, far quicker than most people do, and the doctors are kind of like, "That's all I can give you." So
Yeah,
I don't know why that is, but it is.
For you that don't know, I have dentures, and
really,
yeah, I had 28 teeth pulled at one time, and the dentist was pulling them, and I had 3 left right here on the bottom. And he grabbed the one and he pulled on it and go, whoa, I feel that really hard. He goes, what? I said, I feel that really bad. It's really, he had been pumping me because he knew. I mean, they were, Anyway, she's sitting there holding my hand. He said, well, you're going to have to come back tomorrow. I said, I'm not going through this again. I go, pull him. And he goes, it's going to hurt. I go, pull him. And I just held her hand. Probably almost
like,
broke it.
I can't give you any more.
Yeah.
You've had all you can have.
He pulled 3 with no anesthesia. And I'll tell you what, man. The good thing was I didn't have to go back the next day and experience all the shots and all that again. So that's another thing. When you go through one of these things, it's shot city. You get a shot for this, and they want to draw blood for that. It just never ends.
Anyone watch 1883? No.
Watch what?
1883.
18837.
Gee whiz, scenic driveways. I actually had a doctor cut into my stomach while I was still awake. I hadn't gone under yet. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Least they could do is give you a beer, huh?
I will say this, though, because when they wheeled Bill back into his hospital room, I was there and I'm trying to listen to him, and he's not talking very loud, and I can't hear very good anyway. And I said, did you say blah, 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 blah? And he just looked at me like I was some kind of idiot from another planet with a third eye. And I told him, okay, tell you what, I'll talk to you when you're nice again.
She took a picture of me. I looked like a dead body.
Yeah, I did. I waited till he came out of the anesthesia, but that was probably the most strong point of the anesthesia, when you came out of there.
Yeah.
And you were mean to me.
Well, there was like 3 guys and 2 or 3 women in there, and they laid me like on a surfboard.
Is that a movie?
It was padded, but it was real narrow. It was barely the width of me.
Scenic driveways. I don't drink.
Yeah.
I get totally drunk from Novocaine, Lynn and Joan. Rise Above. Is that a movie? Hey, Terry Burns. Good afternoon.
I haven't seen him in a while. How you doing, Terry?
Good to see you.
Yeah, we haven't seen Mutant.
Terry Mutant.
Terry Mutant.
Not a long time.
I haven't seen him in a long time either. So
I know a lot of people are.
There's Dave Rice. Hello, hey, Dave Rice.
I know a lot of. Hey, Taylor Rose. Welcome. Sam Elliott stars in it.
I know it always when people watch these back and we're saying hi to people, it's like, but you know what? It's we're excited to see people. So
we are.
We've some of you guys have been with us since we started. And why you're still here, we're trying to.
Taylor Rose, we don't care if you're late. You're here. That's all that counts.
If we're what?
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh.
Doing okay. I either just keep missing your live streams, or when I catch it, you didn't have one.
Yeah. Well, you know what we have? Arizona, Quartzsite, Lake Havasu, we are like in an internet desert, man. And even my brother-in-law's 5G and everything doesn't work good. I mean, it works
a heck of a lot better than ours did, and we used
ours was no good at all. But here, where we're parked, the tower's right behind us over here, maybe less than a mile. And when I do the test on it, it just goes wow, wow. It's crazy. And so we usually have pretty good internet right here. So we have everything pretty good.
Anyway,
as far as I'm
says
concerned.
1883 is
7 too. It's got 7 on it.
Part of Yellowstone.
Oh,
it's
okay.
A movie.
Oh,
it's
okay.
A movie.
Yeah, we don't. First of all, we have the only TV service that we have is Pluto, and that's because it's
Starlink free. Out here is. Well, I haven't heard anything about Starlink actually.
Yeah.
But they did when we got here, we had 2 months of mail to get caught up on, and there was stuff in there for Starlink.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get us to sign up.
Yeah, well the Verizon works pretty good everywhere, but every year we go to Quartzsite, it's just like
and Havasu, there's so many people pulling on the bandwidth, and
it's a truck stop. It's a truck stop out in the middle of the desert. Then all of a sudden,
not,
all
but
these people show
so
up, and and there's people that specifically go out in the desert and camp certain spots so they can be the first one to suck that thing dry. And I don't blame them, but we like having full hookups.
Scenic Driveway says his friend Mark used that in Quartzsite.
Yeah, Dave, we're at our property in Arkansas.
Kansas.
We got here. Actually, we got here last night, but we stayed at the Walmart.
We pulled on the property this morning.
I was. My brother was supposed to come over here and check it out. He goes, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Well, it was pretty. When I first came in, my tire went down about 10 inches, front tire, and it didn't want to turn. I'm like going, it's a slide. And then all of a sudden, I got up on the grass, and there's like a spot where we.
Well, they've had 2 ice storms.
Yeah, where we buried
recently.
all the septic. It's kind of
mushy.
It's a little mushy right there. Yeah. But once I got over through there, then I was fine. So luckily, I used that really good pipe.
Yeah.
Because it would probably break.
We knew. We needed to.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Handles 50,000 pounds.
There's so much we're going to do here.
Yeah, I really like to get that little shed going, but gee, Christmas. Now it's like building a 4-bedroom house is what it costs you. It's just plywood's ridiculous. Boards are ridiculous. I don't know.
You need to get your own milling machine and go
cut
down your lumber.
Well, I got it. Yeah, I had enough wood. I would have had a maple house. Lots of rain here in
Louisiana.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's coming up out of the south or something. Yeah. It's possible I don't know. I haven't checked the weather report here, but it's supposed to be pretty clear for a while. So, and I don't know. It could now if it wants to rain or whatever, it pretty much can, because we got this thing in here. That's what I was worried about. That's why we left what we did, and we could have stayed in Arizona almost indefinitely, but we needed. I wanted to get back here.
We're trying to get my brother and his wife to come this way.
Yeah, because Lake Havasu is like really getting overpopulated.
He said when he moved there, it was 10,000 people, and now it's like 60,000.
Yeah,
and it's very different. Very different.
And where he lives, it used to be like around him there was hardly any houses, and now it's just there's one lot, and it's right next to where he lives. And that's the only lot in that area now that we've seen.
Yeah, everything else is built up.
Yeah.
By him.
He has a really, really nice view till we get there. Because we pull in, the way we pull in, we block his view of the lake. And
he doesn't care.
Yeah, he don't care. He wants a view of the doggy. Cagey's been sleeping today. I think he had a lot. He was last night when we were driving. We came in through Poto and I've driven on this highway during the day lots of times, but I never drove this, and I never drove it at night. And it's 65 miles an hour in Oklahoma, and you'll be doing 65, and there'll be a sharp turn, and it doesn't say.
It's okay at 65.
There's no signs that say 45-mile-an-hour turn. You just realize when the motorhome's about ready to flip over that you're going too fast. And even Cage,
time he had somebody ride on his butt.
Yeah, I had 2 guys, and this one guy couldn't see him. All I could see is the whole back of my truck was just lit up. He was just right on me, and Cagey sits between us. He's in his bed. We got like a one of those bucket things, and he sits on top of that in his bed, and he was looking out, and he would he would like get a, and he'd run to the back of the motorhome, and then he'd come back and jump back up, and he was watching. And it was once we got into Arkansas, it's 55 miles an hour. They have signs, 45-mile-an-hour turn, 35-mile-an-hour turn, and there's markers, and that road in Oklahoma doesn't have that. It's just see is it doesn't go from 65 to 45 real quick. It's a lot of weight. It's like a train. So, but we're here to talk to you about it. So
Lyndon Jones said, "Got to salvage some building." They do have like chicken houses and stuff that people are like, need it torn down, you can have everything, but you got to do all the work. We don't need a whole chicken house.
yeah.
But Doug says, the last episode of 1883 was Sunday night. A guy got a snake bite and they ended up cutting his leg off. Boy, did he scream. Bill screamed louder. I can hear him in Vegas.
Yeah.
Gonna rain here most of the week next week.
Yeah, so we'll probably get it then. Yeah.
Oklahoma is definitely some challenges.
Yeah, well, most Oklahoma, like I was saying, the road was real good, but they were putting a lot of bridges in and stuff like that, and they were how they take one side of the traffic one side, they go across, and then they're going the opposite way as you on one side of the road. They had a few places like that. I hate those K rails, man, because this thing is 102 inches wide, and that doesn't count the mirrors sticking out a foot on each side.
Yeah, it's wider than your normal.
Yeah, and
RV.
You get on that deal, those K rails, man. They just seem to they suck you in. What was that? Was that me?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody wants to talk to me. Oh, no, it's nothing. Yeah, so
Doug says, just kidding. So happy you're on the mend.
Yeah.
And then Dave, I know a gate guard.
North of Houston.
I know a gate guard that lives in North Houston. He has a sawmill and could check with him.
Yeah.
I see. I watch this one couple that are van lifers, ex-van lifers, and they actually moved down to Boquete, Panama. And they don't have anything down there. And they bought a piece of land, and they are trying to build a community there with a couple of their friends. And they mill their own wood.
I'm gonna go.
They bought
I gotta use the restroom.
They bought a portable mill, and they just go out and wherever they find a tree that fell over, they just take that wood and they process it through, and they make some really pretty things with that wood. I mean, it's doable. It's more work, but they're not having to pay for it other than the fuel to process it. So I like watching them. If you want to watch them, it's the nomadic movement. They're a young couple. I've been watching them for 5 years, I think. No bueno, cool stuff. Oh, anyway, do you guys see this white area here? Don't know what makes it do that. So weird. It's like not warbly, and it's just there. I don't know what makes it do that. Maybe you guys don't see it. a ghost, yeah. Now you're competing with Tucker Carlson, only voice on cable worth watching. It does look like a ghost, but it's not like moving, so it looks more like a stain. It's annoying is what it is. Everybody's saying that's a ghost.
What is?
The white. Look out in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
From overhead light.
There, now it's gone. How's that?
It was glaring off, or maybe just the. Yeah, that's better.
Is that what everyone says?
More comfortable. We just blew the ghost out of the water.
Yeah, but you're dark. Kind of makes us look like we're hiding, huh? Looks like fog.
How is it that I'm dark when I'm under the light?
Oh. Oh. So is that better? You guys like that better, or you like it better with the other one?
Here comes the ghost now.
Who's fatiguing?
Leno Joan. Still there, Doug says. I don't know. Move to the other side. Now it's gone. Just need a ring light. Yeah. The Holy Spirit? Maybe.
Okay, so this is worse.
Are we smoking? Hi, Claudia. That was her that said that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're smoking. We got a big old bong over here.
We were smoking earlier. This whole place was smoke filled like crazy.
It's hard to breathe.
Yeah, it was like Montana when we worked up there last summer.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, around here, if you
Guardian angel, I'll take a guardian angel.
If you need, do you guys like it better with the light on or off? Just give us a quick, and I'll. If you like it better with the light on, I'll turn it on.
Just turn that one on. What happens?
The little one over there?
No, that one.
That's the one I just had on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one that's creating the
ghost.
The ghost.
The ghost effect.
I don't know whether this one would do anything or not. Is that?
No.
Oh, that helps a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
That's just our map light. So. Yeah. So.
Need light in front of you. Is that better, Terry?
Yeah. Well, we have a light here and a light above us, and
people that have those ring lights, though, they've got these round circles in their eyes. It kind of freaks me out.
We have a really nice camera, but what's involved in making that camera work with the computer is crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And it's not like a webcam. This is just the camera that we're using is just the one in the computer. So
Terry says that's better.
Yeah.
Scenic driveways. Where are you guys headed next?
Well, for right now, we're going to be here till like the middle of May, and then we're going to go over to your house and camp for about a month. And we like steak. And we're actually going to Kentucky, where you're at, close to you, I think. What's the town?
Scenic driveways.
Yeah.
Where are you?
They're in Kentucky.
Um.
It's outside of Lexington, where
Looks
we're going.
groovy.
Isn't that where it's at? You guys want any fireworks? We're going to be selling fireworks. If anybody wants to sell,
the stove is on.
Yeah. If anybody wants to sell fireworks,
manage a fireworks stand or store.
Yeah, you would manage it, and you get. I think it's going to be pretty profitable. So, I mean, I've talked to people who have worked fireworks stands and little stands, and they've come away with a nice chunk of money in a short amount of time. And what we're going to do is this is actual store, like you see when you're driving along the freeway and stuff. And he gave me some of the figures of what the guy did last year, and he said the guy was not really into it. So I don't know. I know the only thing I know about fireworks is I used to blow a lot of them up when I was a kid.
Barron County, Kentucky.
Barron County.
That's where Scenic Driveways is. Tim Albritton, almost missed you guys. Hope you're feeling better. Are ya?
I am. She's the one that's been sick.
I have been.
Yeah, she's been doing the hydroxychloroquine. And that seems to be kind of pulling her out of it. So we went down to Mexico, and we got ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, and we got amoxicillin and Z-Packs, and we got a ton of stuff. So yeah, the eggs in a basket. Yeah, we'll be letting everybody know how it's going probably when we're there. So
Shepherdsville, Kentucky is where we're supposed to be headed.
Yeah. I think he still has a couple of more places he'd like to
I
get
think so
people for.
too.
He said if we could get more people, he's got stands. This guy apparently he used to do this for years and years and years, and a company that manufactures fireworks thought it would be good to sell direct to the public, so they bought him out, and then I guess that he was carrying part of it for them, and they decided they didn't want to do it. It was just they couldn't get people, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, they said, here, you can have it back. And he still kept all the money that they gave him. So I mean, he seems like he's pretty well. He's an older man, and he just wants to get people set up. And I mean, the margins that he's doing, I think, are pretty fair. So I think you can go there. I have a figure in my head. I think we're going to hit it. So we'll see.
Scenic Driveway says Shepherdsville is about an hour and a half away.
Yeah. Well, when you get ready to buy fireworks, you only have to drive an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not Brandenburg, Terry.
Yeah.
Let us know how it goes, Jason and Amanda.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. We're on this gate for a few more weeks, Dave says.
Yeah. Well, get in touch with us. You know what, Dave? I saw your message about giving you a call sometime, and I'll tell you what. There's been times I wanted to do it, but I'll tell you what. Lately, with all the stuff we've been going through, it's just been crazy. And we're we're at her brother's house, and we spent a lot of time with them, and
Honestly,
I
Bill's
will
been
be
in
giving
bed.
you a call. I
Bill's been in
promise.
bed between 6 and 7 every night.
Yeah.
Every night.
And you know what, Dave? You can call me. You have my number, so just call me. That's not a big deal.
And if he's not busy, which
Yeah, I'll answer the phone or leave a message, and I'll call you back. I mean, we've been living. That's like
Terry says Shepherdsville is only 22 miles from him.
wow, cool.
Thank you, Scenic Driveways, for tuning in.
Yeah. The thing is we're kind of in the take a break mode, huh? So I should have a lot more time to do things. And like I say, our internet was messed up, and
And
tell
we
you
were
the
going
truth,
to doctor's appointments left and right.
I don't
Too.
talk on the phone that much. I talk to my kids. I talk to my brother, and really, that's the people I
But he'll
talk to the
talk to
most.
you, Dave.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep, Dave. I mean, you had a special place in my heart, and what was great. Dave has a very interesting story. Dave, do you mind if I tell your story a little bit, the way I see it? If I could kind of give just a little overview of how things went down. You probably have maybe a little different than I do, but let's see if he digs.
Go ahead.
He said we were in Quartzsite, and I believe we met at the tent. I'm
Not
pretty
this
sure.
year.
No, this has been like 3 years ago.
Yeah, probably 3 years. Yes,
We met
3
at the
years.
tent, and Dave's probably in about the same condition always that I'm in right now that I'm hoping to get better from. And he was telling me, well, I can't do this. I go, I bet you can. And I mean, as long as you can get in and out of your RV, you could gate guard. And he has a really nice truck, and he had just bought the truck, and he had he wanted to pay some stuff off. He just wanted to be debt free and everything else. And I just kept talking to him. And he was at another campsite, and he came over, and he was able to park like either right next to us or something. And we just got him and Esther. We got to know him, and excellent people. These are the type of people that if you're RV, this is the type of people that you want to know because they're just good people. And I tell you what, you know them, and you're near them, they'll help you out or whatever. anyway, they decided to go down and gate guard. And that was like 3 years ago. They're still there. And since then, they paid everything off. They bought a new trailer. They have a brand new Solitude, which is
too, I think.
no. Well, he had the new truck, so I mean he's styling now, man. He's got things swinging. So
friends at hello, he said.
friends at hello, yeah. And I mean
that's a
success.
year.
That's a success story.
That was a good year.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the RV world. You you could get into it, and you could get into it with the skin of your teeth. Some people do. Darla and I, she said the only way we're going to do this is if we have no debt, we have money. Okay, so we were able, but we sold all our stuff, man. I mean, I had some really cool stuff, but I got rid of it. And the thing is you go down there and you spend some time gate guarding, or you do something like this fireworks thing. You can make a big. I like making big chunks of money, and when you're gate guarding, you make good money, and you don't have anywhere to spend it. You're pretty much on the gate. You have to, and it would seem like, oh, this is terrible. But the people that come in and out of the gate pretty much keep you entertained, huh?
Yes.
And I mean, there's a lot of times they'll come and say, "Don't make dinner." You know, we're gonna have a big barbecue in the back. We're gonna bake potatoes and corn on the cob and biscuits and steaks and all this stuff. And they bring you out this big, huge thing to eat for 2 or 3 days on all the stuff they bring to you. So um, it's pretty amazing. And right now, man, I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of drilling going on. So, but it's all private land.
Yeah.
And the
Shut
government would love to try to shut it down, but I don't think they can. So
Dave says, I love it.
yeah,
And I'm out of that darn wheelchair.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he's and Esther's the type of lady. I mean, you don't want to get in her way. She'll chop you in half like going through you.
She's tiny.
So yeah, she's
energy
a very petite lady, but she's full of fire. So, and they're a great couple, and we really enjoyed the time that we spent with them, and hope to do more of that. So that's the secret. That's the secret to the RV life. Is it's the people you meet, and you never know. You never know how you're going to meet people. We met people. I have people on my Facebook page, personal Facebook page, and I've been talking to them for years, and we just met them on here, and they're like family.
Nice glasses, Bill, Claudia says.
Yeah.
And Dave says, we will again.
These are the same glasses. I just had them change the lenses, and I could see better. Yeah. So, and you got new lenses.
I got new lenses.
Yeah,
these are the same glasses.
These are the same frames. These are. I think originally I paid $150 for these.
I think so, with the exam and the new lenses.
And I was paying before for glasses that were like $600 or $700 online. And this time, of course, we had special circumstances where my doctor wanted things checked in my eyes and stuff. And the guy that we have, he really, really, I mean, flipping the little things around and back and forth. And could you read this? And could you do that? And blocking this eye and that eye. Anyway, when he gets all done, he's got you pretty close. And we got both hers and mine lenses
and
exam for $140. So, I mean, I think yours were a lot cheaper than these. I think
so, because mine are just single vision, and for distance, his are
these are
distance,
progressive,
photosensitive,
transition,
all that.
They're the scratch resistant, everything. And these frames, I've had these frames now for 3 or 4 years. I've changed
mine too.
The problem with me is the diabetes, and I go in and have him check my eyes, and I'm 200. I get home, my sugar goes down, and all of a sudden I can't see nothing. So I've been getting it. I've got it pretty like this. It's not like this anymore. But I'll tell you what, when we were going through this leg thing, it was all over the place,
Yeah.
especially in the hospital because I don't know what
They
they
were
were
messing him
doing.
up real bad. Jason and
I
Amanda need to do that eventually. Yeah,
do
for
what?
sure. Go to Mexico.
Yeah. And it did Brad leave? Brad and Diana?
No, I
Are
didn't
they still?
see them leave. No.
You got to go down. You go down for the shrimp tacos, and the glasses are like something else. And you can get your teeth done and the medications. That's the big thing is
Um,
stuff that you can't. They won't even let you buy it here. You can buy it, and they look. The border patrol looks at it and says, "Yeah, go ahead." So
Dave, I think I've got some variant of it. I do. It's not your typical cold.
yeah,
So
yeah, but
it's
it's
been hanging on literally for 2 weeks. This is the beginning of my third week now.
well, when I got it originally, it lasted for
Yes.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
And then I got it. That was the thing.
That was bad.
The day I got out of the hospital that night, I got that new one,
Omicron.
and gosh, I couldn't lay down. I would choke and all this. And we had gone to Mexico yet. Usually we go to Mexico. That's like the first week
Right.
we get to the court site. This
Instead,
time
we
we
went to
could
the hospital.
the hospital. Anyway, we had some from before, and I think I took 6 tablets. Well, I took one, two a day, and the second day that I was taking it was gone. That night I was fine. I was normal.
So
So
this for me started
yeah, but you just started taking
with
the
really,
hydro.
really, really bad joint pain, like every single everything, every vertebrae, every joint, everything. And I kept telling him, I feel like I'm an overstuffed teddy bear. I feel like the inflammation is just out of control. I have autoimmune disease anyway, and when I eat certain things, I feel those joint pains. I feel it in my eyes. I just feel it everywhere. And so I thought, man, I need to clean my diet up. But I did, and it continued to linger for a week. And then I came down with all this cold stuff, and then the all the joint pain and stuff went away. But I had a headache, and yeah.
It's a drag getting old. And then
Well, you
catch a
could get that and
cold,
not
it
be
almost
old.
kills you.
Dave said we had something that hung on for over a month.
And see an eye doctor.
Yes, we got a great eye doctor. I do like him a lot. I mean, there's plenty of choices, but
And
I really like the eye doctor.
so here is what happened. Brad and Diana went with us down to they followed us down to Mexico. And Brad's in a wheelchair. He's got a really trick wheelchair too, but it takes a crane to get it out of the back of the truck and set it down on the ground and stuff.
But it also elevates so he can get in their big
Yeah.
truck too. It's a nice
So
wheelchair.
anyway, they couldn't find a spot in the handicap. We found one was like 2 rows in at one end in the parking lot, not in the handicap, but right near the handicap. And I thought we were looking for him in the handicap, and it was getting late. And I told her, I said, well, why don't you go in and go see the eye doctor, and I'll wait for them, and then I'll bring them in, and we'll come up to the eye place because it's like up this steep hill, and I'm like with my foot thinking, oh, this. I hope I make this. So anyway,
He was tempted to sit on Brad's lap.
yeah,
Let's be honest.
let him just drive me. Anyway, about 15 minutes later, 10 or 15 minutes, they showed up, and we went inside. And we got inside, and one of the guys, when there's guys trying, hey, do you need a dentist? You need an eye doctor or whatever. And what he did, I went, uh-oh. And I reached down and I patted. I go, I forgot the money in the truck. It's $6 to get in. I had my money clip, and I had the $6 on the side. I pulled it out when we got there. And I handed the lady the $6, and I put the money in Cage's bed. But he wasn't with us. He was
with Uncle Kevin.
He was with Uncle Kevin. So I put it in the thing, and I got out of the truck, locked the door. We went down. Brad and Diana went in, and I go, oh man, I forgot the money. So I told them how to get to the I place, and I said, I got to go back out. So I had to get into the line and wait and wait. And it took me, the line was short, but it probably took me 45 minutes or so to get
Easily.
through the Border Patrol. And then go out to the truck, get the money, and then I had to walk back around, go in, and then I had to climb that hill. But you, you were just done. You were still in there, get your eyes checked. That's how long this guy does an eye
What's
check.
really bad is when we finally did get everything done and we're ready to leave, the line was the absolute longest we have ever had to wait in to get out. And it took over 3 hours to get out of there.
It took 4 hours, and a guy right in front of us had a stroke. We were in this. This dude just hit the ground, man. Put a big old cherry on the back of his head.
He laid on his side, and people were trying to get him help, but nobody could do anything. We were on the Mexico side. The American side wouldn't come over the border to collect him and get him any help. They were there. They said they could, but they wouldn't get him. So finally, somebody went around the line, and
They got a wheelchair.
Got a wheelchair.
Put him in the wheelchair, and he had like 4 or 5 guys, and they were holding him
because he was just out of it.
And that was it. They just
when he fell, he cracked his head really good. It was bleeding. And
there was a young guy. He was probably in his 30s or so, and I mean, he was like in really good shape and everything. And he goes, I think I know you. I think I know. We started talking.
Oh yeah.
And then we were talking about the guy having the stroke. Hey man, that guy flipped a U-E and went back there. And next thing I know, here he came. He went and helped the guy.
Yeah.
That pick him up, get him in the wheelchair and everything. It was a good thing.
We did meet one couple that had a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, Jim and Debbie. There. Good morning. Good morning. That guy. He's a pretty nice guy.
And Diana's the one that recognized him.
Yeah, he does. He's the one that did that. Chris, I don't know what his channel is right now. He changed it, but he helped him do the lift. He's the one who helped him raise his roof.
I read the Witcher series of books a few weeks ago. I don't know what that is. 2 eggs. And Steve says, at 66, my gaskets leak all over the place.
Yeah. You're that old, Steve? Is Steve that old?
Well, I guess. That's what he said.
Hey.
You
look so young.
Bless your heart. One of my friends is watching us, and she took a picture of her big screen TV with us on it. Thanks, Rhonda.
That's pretty scary. Pretty scary to think of. That's Rhonda for here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Rhonda, we're in Arkansas.
Yeah, we're back. Yep. They got to go out and change the site again.
Yeah, the population.
Yeah, it's still... It's amazing to go through that Walmart store because we were in Walmart stores and the thing was it's when we were in Lake Havasu, it was like, and I'm limping along, and people are darn near knocking me over. I have to stop and let these young people go by because they're not going to slow down.
Well, they can't wait for you.
Yeah, I got to go.
They have to cut in front of you.
Got to go. And we get here and we walked in and it's like, man, this thing looks so big and the aisles are big.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Well, happy almost birthday, Steve. He'll be 67 March 31st. Wow. Ooh, you were almost an April Fool's baby.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so it was nice to go in there and I like our store.
Decent prices.
Yeah. Everything's $1 cheaper. It was amazing. Everything. Yeah. Creamers were like $7. Mm-hmm. And here they're $5. What were they, like $5.85 or something? So Yeah, pretty much all the the $5, $6 stuff is $1 more in the other stores in Arizona anyway. But the gas prices were the scary part in Arizona. When we went to Vegas, in California, man, going through needles,
Yeah.
it was almost $5 a gallon for gasoline and
Buy
diesel. All right, we had to go twice to Vegas.
Once to Henderson and once to Vegas.
And I'll tell you what, that truck was doing really good on gas mileage. I didn't check it, but we went all the way there and back, and it was a pretty good job. No problem. Well, any questions? Any answers? It's getting to be we're an hour and a half into this thing. I don't know how we can entertain anybody for an hour and a half, huh? I dance, but I can't. So I don't want to tell them about that. That would be. I don't think that would be entertaining.
This?
No.
Oh.
Behind it.
No, let's show them. Let's show them. Yes.
Darla grew that today.
I'm excited to put in a garden.
Yeah, she thought she was going to take that and transfer it out into the yard. And the lady said, "Oh, no, it grows in there." And
so I know like some lettuces, most lettuces, you can cut and they continue to grow and continue to grow and continue to grow. So I thought cilantro was the same. And the lady told me, "Oh, no, you cut it, it never comes back."
I don't know how that could be. Because if you had cilantro and you cut it all down, you wouldn't have cilantro anymore.
Cilantro seeds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how's it grow if they don't grow?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
she's the gardener.
You guys have any questions? Let us know. Otherwise,
there's one.
We're about to wrap it up.
There's I'm looking at a diesel pusher.
Okay.
What engine is in ours? We have a Cummins 8.3 2-valve, all mechanical. And the reason why I like it is because I can work on it. And when you get into some of these newer ones with all the sensors and all that stuff, you got to have a scanner, and unless you're not going to work on it. And most of the stuff, I'll tell you what, I think I've had the transmission out of this thing twice. If I had taken it in and had it done, it would have probably cost us about $7,000 or $8,000 to replace that rear main seal. It's just crazy what they charge you. I got hosed one time. We were driving down the road, thing shut off, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And I opened up we got everything out from underneath the bed, opened it up, and I could see the solenoid that controls the fuel supply had broke. So I just pulled the lever, and it fired right up, and it was running. And then I had to go into there and shut it off. But she goes, "Well, there's a Cummins dealer right up the road here." So, excuse me here. Anyway,
tacos.
We go, yeah, we go to this Cummins dealer, and she's called. They have it. So we go there. We go inside, and we find the guy. And he says, "Yeah, I got it and everything." And I said, "Well, you go ahead and get it. I'm going to go start taking it off." And she comes, "Do you know how much that thing cost?" And I said, "No, how much?" She said, $524. I go, "What?" I mean, it's something like you can get it for like $12 at AutoZone, you know? And I said, "All right. I mean, okay, gotta have it." It's just like getting out of the hospital. I needed these pills. That she goes over, and a 1 month supply was over $500. How much? $550. And then we tell the doctor, and they go, "Oh, here's a bag of these, and here you go. There is that. That'll get you through for a while." So anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jackie just had cataract surgery. Now she can see. She still likes you, Steve.
Yeah. And uh, yeah, you got the IS 5.9.
5.9
You know,
ISB Cummins.
yeah, Cummins,
Cummins.
the 5.9. Um, I know of people, and um, there's a guy, Hoovy's Garage. He bought a Dodge pickup with 1 million miles on it, and he had his that car wizard fix a couple of gaskets on it. It's still going. 1 million miles on the 5.9. And I think the secret to the Cummins motors is to just keep that oil change. Keep filters, change the coolant filters. Because where you get in trouble on the Cummins, they got O rings around the cylinders because they're you can pull the cylinders out with the pistons and stuff. So you just want to make sure that you have the little cat. They have like it looks like a little oil filter, and that's for your coolant. Keep your filters, your oil filter and your fuel filters changed, and you know, I've always spent the extra money to buy really good fuel, but mine will run on anything. It really will. And I go into the truck stops and pay. I paid 4.11
How
for fuel one time, and
how often what, Lynn and John? How often?
what?
That's what I said. How often what? They said how often?
Alf, oh the what? Change oil?
Maybe.
I change mine once a year or every 6,000 miles because it's basically 6 gallons of oil. And what I've been doing is I've been running that Lucas. I don't know. I've heard good and bad about it, but it
Filters.
oh well the fuel filters. I change everything once a year. I just do a complete maintenance
Service.
once a year, unless I go over 6,000 miles. Which right now we've got
Maybe 3.
yeah probably around a little over 3,000 miles. So we'll go to Kentucky and back, and then I carry an extra fuel filter, a big one. I carry with me. There's two on this one. There's a little tiny one that's up under by the ejector pump, and then there's a big one in the back that's a water separator fuel filter.
Tim says my 5.9 in my Dodge has 461,000 and it runs good as new. I think a motorhome. I want a big Cummins like the one you have.
Yeah, the well, what's funny is the 5.9s tend to outrun this motor. Um, they're, but I think part of the thing is they don't put a 5.9 in this thing weighs 30,000 pounds. Most of your 5.9s are in ones that I think they go up to like 26,000. Um, but the 5.9 is a strong motor, and they're really reliable. Like I say, you get every once in a while you got to do a valve adjustment on them and stuff like that. I like the A3. Um, I've never had a 5.9, but my nephew has a 5.9, and if anybody could destroy it, it'd be him. And it still runs. So let's see, my 5.9. Okay, that we read that one. I have two fuel filters too. There you go. Yeah, what I've been using are the Donaldson filters. I I get those off of Amazon too. The reason why I do that is because my stock big fuel filter was a 3 piece. And man, that thing it would always leak. It drove me freaking crazy. So I just went to the Donaldson. It's got the drain valve in it. Doesn't have a sight glass. Fill it with fuel, screw it up on there, and it's fine. And then the other one, I use Donaldson oil filters and fuel filters, and I've had good luck with them. We are not towing that much. It works for us. Yeah. Well, with everything, I'm at about 35,000 with my truck, and This thing is rated to be able to pull 44,800 pounds. So I don't, never tried it. The hitch on the back is not designed for that, but the total to- pulling capacity of the, I think that mostly is on the transmission. We have the most of your newer motorhomes with the the 8.3s and the 8.9s and stuff. They run an MH 3000, which is specifically for the motorhomes. This has an MD 3660, and it's a medium duty 3060, and it is designed for like trucks and stuff like that. And they'll tend to, the limitations on these motorhomes are usually the transmission, not the motor. The motors are, I mean, I could turn this Cummins up real easy, but it's still it's a 300 horse. I think it runs around 900 foot-pounds of torque. And I mean, I go up the hill. I always pass the trucks, but I mean, I get down into third gear on some steep hills and stuff like that. It's just, I get into fourth gear a lot on hills, but I can still maintain 55 miles per hour in third gear, so, or fourth gear. I hate to go down into the third because it really slows, it goes a lot slower. But for the most part on this trip, I don't know if I ever did go down to the, well, when we were going, maybe going up to Flagstaff.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, and I think that was mainly because I kind of got, I got to go type thing, and they get blocked in and stuff like that. So, but in third gear, it accelerates on pretty steep hills. It's surprising, and then once you get it going, it runs strong. And that's, I just know a lot of people. I've had guys tell me 100 times, "Hey, you got to drive a diesel really hard. You got to have your foot through the floorboard." I don't. I mean, um, as a kid, I was Orange County street racer. I went to that every Sunday night. Brookhurst and Orange Thorpe, for you California folks, you'll know about that. On Sunday night, midnight, and I tore up. My car was always tore up. I had two engines. I had a race engine. I had Smokey Joe, and I'd put my race engine in. I'd run it for a month if everything was okay, and then I'd pull it out, put it on the stand, put Smokey Joe in, and everybody knew that was the time to race me because that thing wouldn't do the speed limit. But
thank you to Joe L. Leslie. Hey, good evening. I'll catch up when closed caption is on. Learn lots from your chats. Thank you.
Is closed caption on our?
It will be as soon as it's done.
Oh,
processing.
okay.
Yeah, I have closed caption auto generated.
Oh,
So I appreciate that you watch. We do.
yeah, yeah, and
You had to
from two
drive me.
people that are losing their hearing, we know, we
Yeah.
understand. I mean, we today we sat down to eat lunch, and I was talking to her. She goes, "Hang on." She goes, she gets up. She goes, "Go the other." We had to switch sides because she can
Our
hear out of
bad
this
ears
here.
are opposite each other, so that's a mercy.
Yeah,
But we got to sit on the right side so we can hear each other.
and I'm just excited she still wants to listen to me.
That's pretty good, Dave says. You had to drive the old two-cycle Detroits like you were mad at them, Tim says.
Well, yeah, that's a different world. A two stroke motor. I remember what, we need a muffler store around here. Um, my stepdad had a what they called a 318 Detroit. He had a truck, a big truck, and that thing. I mean, he always kept that motor rev tight. Always kept it right. And it was, he had another truck that had the 335 horse Cummins, and that 318 would outrun it. It was just. But watch Grease, Bus Grease Monkey. He that's what he does. He works on a lot of those Detroits. He works on a lot of the 40s and 50s and
Hugs to
buses,
you,
Greyhounds.
you and Esther too, Dave. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. thank you for letting me tell your story.
We're about to wrap up here, anywho.
Yeah, we got we're going to go maybe 15 more minutes. So if anybody,
has any questions?
Yeah, any more questions or anything, we'll be happy to answer them. And please, I know everyone says it now. Please hit thumbs up for us. We appreciate it when you do that. It kind of helps with getting our videos out there. We really don't get I don't think a lot of play. It's part of the reason why we've kind of gone to the live thing. We seem to get a lot more action off the lives. We are going to put out a video though. I shot a short little thing yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So we'll put that out. It's kind of old news now because you guys you're seeing what's going on. So that's what I like about this because it's a little more personal. You know, I feel like I'm talking to people as opposed to just trying to. Boy, my phone's going crazy tonight. Usually nobody wants to. We better check.
It's Trey.
Oh, it is Trey?
Yeah, but they don't have connectivity, so he can't tune in.
Yeah, okay. I'll read that in a while. It's long. Yeah, Trey, he said, well, he texted me and said that if I needed help driving to here, that they would be willing to. He has a truck and a trailer. He said they would be willing to follow and they would help drive the motorhome to get us here. But I told him, I go, the doctor told me, he said, hey, as long as I'm taking the medications I'm taking and I get up and take breaks and drink water, he said, you'll be fine. You won't have no problems. And
that was nice of them.
I did not have any problems other than I could tell when it was time to get up, walk around. But it's just this foot, man, it's just.
We appreciated their offer.
What? Yes, we did very much. The
just video the dog that always sells.
That's yeah. You know what? One of the videos I did was great. It was about him, and it's one of the lowest.
Yeah, it's
lowest
so weird.
watched videos, and it says I love my Boston, and I thought that it was just and it was him running and him being really cute. He was young then. Yeah. I'm like, I look at her, I go, I can't believe this thing's not getting any hits, What I'm surprised is that people look and see like an hour and a half or 2 hours on these lives and they get on there and a lot of the people watch them all the way through. And I mean, that to me is very, it gets me right here. Yeah. Gets me right here. Cause I mean, I would, this is going to sound terrible. Yeah, but I got. Sometimes we meet people and they think you're like a movie star or something. I'm like, no, we're just Bill and Darla. We just do this because Brian made us do it. Adventure Van Man. Brian said, "Oh, you'd be great at this. You'd be really good." I go, "No, Brian." And then we did that video with him, and what was weird is we had like 1,000 subscribers and no videos. We never made a video other than with him. And I was buying. I got to get this. Well, I got to get that. I got to get that. I can't do it without this. And finally she said, "Are you going to make a video?" And I said, "Yeah." And that very first one, when I sat down and did a little, I don't even remember what I said, but when I got all done with it, I thought, okay, I'm just going to give it to her, let her edit it up, and I'm not even going to watch it. And did pretty good. So, and this year, usually when we go to quartzite, we had one video one time did like 30,000.
Yeah, quartzite.
Yeah,
quartzite's a hot search.
So, well, we were running it around. That. We were running around showing people. Yeah, showing people this and saying, hey, this and that, trying to give them a heads up.
This year, but no.
Yeah, it was all messed up. Yeah. We got a whole bunch here now. What's going on? It looks like it. Here's the dog. What's hello? You all can't stay. Have to watch your president. Huh? Love you guys. Oh, got to watch the president. Magic Man hobbies. When it's
Oh
all
yeah.
Brian's fault. Yeah. Oh, Magic Man, don't do it. Billy and Brenda
Hey guys.
uh, on Magic Man
Magic
channel.
Man
Yeah,
hobbies.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Right. They used to be Wandering Aces,
Wandering Aces.
and
Billy
now
and Brenda.
Billy and Brenda. So
Adventures of Billy and Brenda.
yeah, I think. Are you guys still have your rig and stuff? I don't know. I haven't heard from you in a while.
It's sometimes nice not to have cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try changing the title to I Love My Boston Terrier. I think that's what it's titled.
Yeah, I think it's Love My Boston is what I put on there.
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe we need to put Boston
I'll
Terrier.
change it. I'll check it out and see what it is. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
no Magic Man, don't do it. It's all Brian's fault. Yep. Hello, you all can't stay. Have to watch. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Well, thank you for tuning in for a minute. It's good to
yeah.
see you guys. We love you guys and we miss you. And go watch somebody's
I
president.
guess he still has his RV. Is I think that's what still are.
Still are.
Yeah, we they were. Was it last year? It was last year they were. I think they were there. Well, we got there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we piled around with them. We went
Last
to
year was a weird COVID quartzite
yeah,
year. Very weird.
yeah. And
Yeah.
this
This year it was super different. Very busy, like normal, like it used to be.
yeah, our campground just jammed full of people. That
Yeah.
for like a week and a half, it was
Yes.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the tent was just rocking.
yeah. I only made it what 4 or 5 days. 4 days, 5 days. Would I? Unfortunately, but I did what I could do,
Yep.
and I had my backup here. So, but when I was
Yes,
there,
still
man, we
have
met a lot of
RV,
cool
still
people.
wandering aces. This is my airplane channel. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nope, I'll watch a movie over him.
Yeah. RV. You're gonna watch RV. Yeah, we watched the movie RV one time.
No, he said
Oh.
still has his RV.
Oh, okay.
And this is just his RC
Yeah.
channel.
Do you still have Wandering Aces?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, call you guys later this week. Sounds good,
Yeah.
Billy. I will be glad when America can celebrate President's Day again. You mean not Residence Day?
Yeah.
The resident in the White House.
Unfortunately, I don't think I don't think Biden's running anything. When President Bush was in office, he talked to someone and he explained that I'm just an occupant here and I don't run the country. There are people that run it, and I just am a mouthpiece for them. So when Trump got in there, he started changing things, and yeah, some people didn't really like that. So I don't want to get too far down the politic thing. I think we should put the pipeline in. I think we should pump our own gas, or pump our own oil, and I think we need to be. We want to send people overseas to protect borders. I think we need to protect our borders. And it's not that I don't like people or I'm a racist or anything like that. I mean, I have no problem with anybody. I just think that if I kicked your door down and walked into your house and ate your food and took your kids and molested your kids or whatever, killed your family. I mean, that kind of stuff happens all the time, and it just doesn't get reported. We don't hear about it. So here I go politicking, but I mean, I grew up with Mexican people. I love them all. So we live it. We go down to Mexico. Great people. I don't have a problem with them. There's good and bad in everything, and it seems like we're opening ourselves up for a lot of problems. And anyway, that's enough of that. We're gonna end this on a positive note because it's time for us to sign off for this week. Like I say, next week we're gonna go back to Monday evenings, 6 p.m. This week we're gonna give it a whirl. If Darla's up to doing some editing, then I'm gonna try to do some videos, maybe some how-to stuff or whatever. I don't know yet. I'm going to be trying to fix squeaks. So if you guys want to learn how to fix squeaks and rattles, it's
just blow some baby powder in there.
man, it's nerve wracking. I mean, this thing, you can't hear the engine. It's really, really quiet when it goes down the road. And when you got, and it's right over here.
You know what it sounded like? It sounded like two pieces of styrofoam just going against each other the whole time. It was wonderful.
To mine sounds like there's like 3 or 4 big washers hanging on a piece of fishing line, banging, bam, 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 bam. So I don't know what that is. They just started.
So we do have a surprise for you. Bill's gonna sing "Happy Trails" to you in closing. Hit it.
I'm gonna hit you. I really say good. Should get the guitar out, make a lot of noise, but yeah, I used to be a musician a long time ago, but working on the motorcycles and everything else, I actually carry my guitars and I have a bass too that I carry with me, but I rarely play.
We do thank you guys, all of you, for tuning in, even if you only tuned in for a minute or the whole 9 yards. And we're happy to see you guys.
Yeah, and I look forward. There's 21 people watch. Well, there's probably more than 21, but there's 21.
Thumbs up.
And I'd love to meet all you guys. I really would. So I don't know how we could do that, but a lot of you we know. Steve Moran, we know him. We know Eggs in the Basket, Doug,
Lynn and Joan.
Yeah, Lynn and Joan.
Lots of you guys.
And Brenda and Billy and I mean we personally have spent time with these people and we've always had fun. We've always enjoyed people's company and we're down home folks that we grew up in California and now we're here in Arkansas where you can't walk through a Walmart without talking to people. Mm-hmm. It's really amazing how friendly and yeah, people around here are different. They're a lot different, and my family has lived here for couple of hundred years, and can take you over and show you their graves. Yeah. My dad was born here and lived to 82 years and died here. So in the same town.
82.
Was he?
But anyway.
Yeah. 80s. So.
And Cage can howl along.
Yeah.
That would be great someday to meet everybody. Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, and we did discuss maybe doing some kind of a little thing here, but I don't know how
we got lots to get in place before we can get to that point.
Yeah, we could I think right now we could maybe carry we got one full hookup other than our own. And then we got 2 other places where you could dump. And the thing would be the electrical and the wire, but I mean the water, but if people they're boondockers. Most of these people like to be out in the middle of nowhere. we're not really good boondockers.
Tim will hold you to that. We hope to meet you next year in Quartzsite too.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Make a plan right now.
yeah. And if people are passing through Arkansas, give us give us a thing, and we'll
Yeah, economicrefugeesrv@gmail.com.
yeah.
You can always reach us that way.
We
For those of you that are coming, you're going to need the address. So reach out to me and I'll fire that off to you.
as long as you're not coming to but yeah, I've lived that life too. Huh?
It would be here, Jason.
What?
Campground or fairgrounds.
For what?
To meet up.
Oh.
It would be on our property.
Yeah.
So that's why I said we've got a few things we got to get squared away before we can have like a big meetup.
Yeah, we could actually probably have 5 or 6 RVs come. We got places where we could put them. So and like I say, you would be able to dump and refill, and we could run some extension cords out and stuff. But it's not like what we're fully. I mean, there's 2 full on with 100 amp panels with 50, 30, and 20. So I mean,
but like we said,
we got the kind set up. Would these 2 spots will run anything. So we got the kind set up here. So and I actually said something in the city hall one day to the mayor that we're going to set up a campground over here. She goes, that's a different thing. You got to go through the county on that. But we could do it here. We could do it. You could do it.
You just have to get different approval.
Yeah, you got to. The only thing we had to do to be able to get everything turned on was prove that the septic system was hooked up.
Right.
Nothing. That was it. That to get the sewer. We have sewer. We're on the city sewer.
And they just came
city
out
water.
Saw it.
Yeah, and the guy goes, yeah, okay, you're good. And he turned the water on before, but he said I can't leave it on. I got to shut it off. So anyway, no permits, and we moved a lot of dirt, dug a lot of trenches, ran a lot of electrical and water, and that my little shed thing out here 16, I think it's 16 by 12 where we're going to put the laundry room and everything. It's already got uh, the water line. I just have to run the power through the tube, but everything's there. So we the septic's over there, or the
drain,
the sewer is over there. So yeah, we pretty much have everything we need to be. So anyway, guys, we're gonna let you go. 2 hours, 2 minutes. It's we're the 2s are over with for that forever. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. If you're just watching for the first time and you like how ridiculous we can be, go ahead and subscribe to us. It's the subscriber thing is really strange anymore on YouTube, but we appreciate it every time someone subscribes. Go on our Facebook page, which is Economic Refugees RV. It's a group page. RV group. Go on there. There's a lot of people, a lot of people on here that are watching right now. Go on there and put in their 2 cents, and we put in ours, and we notify you usually early in the day if we're going to do a live, which we did earlier. So, and then from there, if we get to talking, then I'll give you my personal. I'm not too hard to find, but anyway, yeah, we'll go from there. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching. Yep.
Have a good evening.
We're going to do this. Good night.